Why do you pause it? I'm good, yeah.
First half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push. A nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh my God, he jumped.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the face mask,
quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Murray.
Let's go!
For the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Yo.
Picked off at the 14. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easy.
Oh, my God.
Young here throwing another interception. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
It hovers above their head when you're about to throw it to them. Hold down R2.
Off the play fake. Murray.
Oh, my God.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
What?
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
When we're in my house or outside?
Back to throw. Murray. On the screen, here's Sanders. He'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Like when you're running
2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Like no one's open.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Young. Throwing on 3rd and long. They set up the screen to Lynch.
Ancho, watch the thing, Ancho.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marshawn Lynch as the first
Ancho,
half
are you
is
watching the
winding down. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now...
And
for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
No way! That's 2 points.
Gilmore. Accelerating,
Yeah, you
and
scored 2
off he
points.
goes.
That's 2 points.
30.
Ancho, that's 2 points. I mean, team has 2
And he
points.
takes it all the way back.
Oh my God.
It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play back.
He said it's a
in
pick
big
2.
way.
Not a pick 6, a pick 2.
Gold now out to kick it away.
Peter finally put points up on the board. I mean, not...
That's fielded in the end zone.
Just it. Ready?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Like Madden.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On the carry, here's Sanders. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Rosas now to kick this one away. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more. Some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
I told you I'm a break one of Marshall Lynch, bro. I told you I'm a break one, bro. I told you, bro.
10.
And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marshawn Lynch, an 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I
and
told
the Eagles
you.
add 6 to their lead. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Yeah. Keenan, I'm going to do what the Seahawks should have done.
They'll give it to the
Oh my God, why didn't he hold me?
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
There you go.
Gold now out to kick it away. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of
most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Wait, by the way, Barry Sanders
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And look at this, another fake. But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leads him with a second and 3.
Then I broke one, and now I have 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Lynch. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And takes it on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
They run with a Hall of Famer, Sanders. And went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for second down.
I bet the screen's all over, man.
And they'll go
They made us buy everything.
It's been like this
Fortnite, and now they're just ending.
Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Stretch.
Throwing on third and long. Murray.
Let's go!
And for the 4th time, it's an interception.
You can't catch me.
Get there and pick it. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stop.
MLB The Show 19 is free, Ancho. MLB The Show 19 is free.
What, right now?
Yeah. You have PlayStation Plus?
No, I don't have PlayStation Plus.
Wait a minute.
You already know I don't have it. Uncharted came with my PS4, so I'm playing it. And plus, Spider-Man's trash. It's not working right now. Oh, wrong button.
Wait, when did you lose PlayStation Plus? I thought you already had it.
That 2-point attempt.
Ooh. This room looks dope. Oh my god, not this again, bro. I hate this wheel.
Ancho, think about this. Fortnite started 2 years ago. Think about that.
I know, and they finally ended it.
I'll be back in a second, okay? If Keenan comes back, tell him I'll be back, okay? Is Keenan here?
Micah.
Yeah, what's up?
Bro, he's so lucky.
Who?
You.
How?